Whoa, this feels weird. Anyway, yo, what's going on, Team Tweedy? Welcome to episode, give me half a second while I sort this out. I know it's been a minute since I've done a hashtag Ask Tweedy. I've been sick. Yeah, I've just been sick and haven't been feeling well. But this actual episode was filmed like the other day with Jay, and then I deleted the footage. Welcome to episode 26 it is. I deleted the footage. We did like an interview with Jay and yeah, it's gone. So I'm doing this one solo because I think he's upstairs having a nap. Hopefully I don't wake him up. But we're going to smack on with these questions. If you guys don't know what this hashtag Ask Tweedy show is, basically you guys send in your football related questions. I do my best to give you guys as much value as possible, whether it's, you know, let's look at one here. What's your opinion on Fielder? That was one from a while ago. How to analyze games if they aren't being recorded. What information or advice had the most positive impact on your career? Anything that's related to football, like injuries, how to analyze games, things like that. We do 3 questions every episode, and if you want a question to be answered, leave it on this video. I think we're just going to go with that instead of Instagram messages and Snapchats. It just makes it easier for me to like get them all together because, you know, I'm getting a ton of Snapchats and Instagram messages right now and it's difficult to get to all of them. So it's much easier if when I come to these episodes, I can just go to a video and be like, all right, there's all the comments, sweet. So first question, we're gonna hit it off. How do you reduce the chances of having a bad game on match day? So, funnily enough, I actually watched a Rio Ferdinand interview, when was it? Last night. And he was talking about, someone asked him, what superstitions do you have? What do you do on match day? And it was so detailed. It was, I suggest you just look it up. Look up Rio Ferdinand superstitions on YouTube. But basically he'll sit in bed. Before he goes to bed, he thinks about the player he's versing. So he talked about Thierry Henry. What foot's he good with? How's he going to do that? He does that for a couple minutes. Then he wakes up the next morning. He does that. He reruns, jogs his mind again for about 30 seconds. Then he goes downstairs, has yoga, banana, like exact same thing every single day. Then he gets in the tunnel. He has to be third behind. He has to be third. So it goes captain, goalkeeper, him if he's not captain. And then when he gets on the field, he has to run to a specific corner if he's playing at home. Then he fiddles with his shorts, does in and out, like little jogs, sprint sort of thing to warm himself up. And then he said he's ready to go into the match. Now for me, I'm completely different. This is like, you're talking about having a bad game. So look, I think this is where you put yourself in a place, your mind, because if you're having a bad game and you're actually a good player, look, I'm going to say this, everyone has a bad game. Rio Ferdinand would do all of that stuff and he'd still have a bad match. But it's about how can you put yourself and your mind, because that's one of the biggest things, in the best, I want to say place to go into that match knowing what the task is, knowing what you have to actually do in the game, knowing how you're going to score one more goal than the other team. So for me, like, I remember one week, I haven't done this in ages because I just haven't played a match, but one match I wore my skins, you guys might know this story, I wore my short skins in the warm-up, so I put them on and I was like, someone said, oh yeah, the colour isn't good or it's not going to match and the referee's going to make you take them off. So I do the warm-up, come back in, I take my skins off and then I put my shorts on, right? And then I go out in the match and I play very, very well. I score a goal, like a mad goal. And yeah, that was it. I played very well. And so the next week I'm like, I got to do the exact same thing. And I think I played pretty well that next week. I was like, this is a thing where I'm putting my mind in a place now. I've convinced myself that if I go out into the warm-up wearing skins and then change after the warm-up, I'm going to be focused. I wouldn't say focused because that's debatable, but I know what I have to do. And then for me as well, a lot of people say, how do you prepare for matches? Like at the end of the day, what I love to do is just chill, make jokes. Like, you know, I've told this before where we'll be warming up and I might say a joke to someone and they're completely focused, and so I realise I have to test the waters. I have to know who likes to be focused, who likes to be in the same mindset as me. So I might have a friend who we make jokes before the match, and that's what gets us in the mindset, because I like to be chilled going into a match. Rio Ferdinand, does he want to be chilled? No, he wants to like kill someone. So there's no way I would do that with that person, and it's about how can you put your mind in the best possible state to go into the game. So look, don't copy me. Find what works for you. Maybe you like try things out. Maybe you watch a Messi video before bed, and then if you play well, if you play a good match, here's how I'll put it, right? Just do whatever. Go into a match. Once you play one good game, repeat everything from the night before. Maybe it's the same dinner, exactly what you did before you went to bed. It doesn't have to be a football video. Like maybe what you did before bed was play 2 hours of FIFA. I don't know. If that's what made you play well, try that again. If you play well again, then there you go. You're putting yourself in a mental state where you can perform well. So I hope that answered your question. That's how you can really prevent having a bad match. But everyone has bad games. Next question. How did you get so good at wall juggling, especially one touch? I find it very difficult. Oh, sorry, that last question came in from L. Jesse. This one, how do you get so good at wall juggling, especially one touch? I find it very difficult. That comes in from Albert Piscopo. Oh, I'm going to say, if you want to send in your questions and they're a bit more personal and you want to keep it anonymous, send them to my Instagram or Snapchat. So, wall juggling is a thing I've done for 4 years, 3 years, and like I do it all the time. I used to do it all the time. There's nowhere really here. There is one place, but it's very far away, and if I do that, I may as well just go into the Astros pitch and do a session with Jay. But literally anything where you say, Sheldon, how did you get so good at this? Messi, how did you get so good at dribbling? Ronaldo, how did your free kicks get so good? How did your shooting become so good? It all comes down to practice. I guarantee you when I first started, I was horrible. I don't remember that because it was a while ago, but I guarantee you I was poor. And now I remember at home, I had this small area. I might do a video on it in the future, and I set a target for myself. I want to get 100 every day. And a lot of people this ties into another thing where some people go, I want to hit the wall 600 times. Like, that's cool. Or some people go, I'm going to do 10 minutes of it. Like, just set yourself a target and then see if you can beat it every day. So then I remember I'd get 100 and I'd be like, now I want to beat my record. And I think my record was, so what would happen is I have to kick against the wall. It would come back. I have a touch. And this was barefoot, by the way. Touch, pass, and then come back. So 2 touch, back and forth. I think my record was something like 446, 464. Something really high, and I worked so hard on that. There was one time I remember specifically, I made my dad sit at the top of the stairs because I wanted to get it before he went to bed. Because I'd keep him up, and I think we did it for like half an hour, and I was just, because he was there, it was the pressure, and I loved it. And for half an hour, maybe even more, 40 minutes, I couldn't get 100. I kept getting like 40, 20, and then eventually I got 100, and I think he was going to go to bed at 10:30 and he ended up going to bed at like 11:15. And again, I'm very fortunate to have a father who's like that, but that's the sort of thing I did. I left it too late, and I was like, man, I got to get this 100. I can't miss another day. I want to keep my streak going of like, I don't know however many days it was, 2 weeks or something. So that's how I get really good at whatever I'm good at, and it's the same for anyone else. It's like, how do you get so good at video games? You spend hours and hours and hours and hours of playing. That's what I suggest for you. And it's like, don't just do 5 and give up. Like, literally try and beat your record every single day. That's what I love doing. If you have a competitive nature, that's what I suggest. Last question. I'm 16 and I'm just getting into football and I love it. And I want to go pro. How can I do this? Adobo bag. Well, it's from Adobo bag. So you're 16, just getting into football. I love it. And sorry, just got a text. Cool. Just my landlord wants his money. Lol. Okay, so you love football. Look, 16. I couldn't imagine not playing football until I was 16. I don't know whether there's something about becoming a footballer too late. I don't think so. I think if you put the hours in, excuse me, I'm still sick. If you put the hours in, you're going to improve. You're going to get better. It just means you got to put in a lot more hours than I do. And if we're competing for the same spot, and I've been playing football since I was 5, you've been playing football since you're 16, I think I'm going to beat you, especially at 20 years old. If let's say we're both 20, we're the same age, but I start at 5, you start at 16, I'm probably going to beat you in the near future. maybe later down the line, look, there's no age to say you can't go pro at like 30 if you're good enough and a team thinks that you can give them some sort of value, that no one can say that you're not good enough. I don't know. Like, there's no age limit, like, except when you're way too old, like 40 something, and you have to retire. But at the end of the day, if you love football, like, just have a love for the game, enjoy it, be yourself. Try and train as much as possible. If you haven't been playing since if you've only started playing at 16, man, I suggest you get into like a five-a-side team, play five-a-side on a Tuesday night, and this is in season as well. Five-a-side on a Tuesday night, play your games on Saturday, maybe even try to join a Sunday league team, and then you'll have to reduce your training during the week, but you need to be playing games as much as possible, because that's what's really going to help you understand the game better, and I think that's what's going to put you behind a lot of other players, put you behind a lot of the other players, because they've been experiencing and understanding football and actually being in the game a lot longer than you have. So that's what I suggest. Try and get as many games in as possible. Training sessions, you know, individual stuff. You got to work on your first touch. You got to do shit. You just have to do what everyone else does since they were 5, a lot more. And that's about it. Just love it. Love the game. And there's no limit on going pro. You can go pro when you're 35. Like, just be patient. That's what I would say, because I feel like at 16 and you just started, you're going to get frustrated that you're not a pro yet. You just need to be patient with it, really. So anyway, guys, that is going to conclude episode 26 of #AskTweedy. I hope you guys enjoyed it. For the new ones who haven't actually seen this show or series before, let me know what you think, because Team Tweedy is just going so strong and it's crazy. Like, this is very informative. The vlogs are a bit more fun and show you what it's really like to be a footballer. So it's something a bit different, but I like to do it every Tuesday and Thursday. Well, I do it every Tuesday and Thursday, 12 hours after the vlog is uploaded. So make sure you turn on those post notifications. But anyway, Team Tweedy, I'm signing out. Make sure you leave a like on this video. So, oh my goodness, subscribe if you're around here. Join the #AskTweedy family. And I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Bye. I kissed you. What the...